Philippe, you give some delegation to bacteria to be the conductor of your exhibition at Tate Modern. Why?
Because I wanted to produce a space, maybe like a park, like an urban park where you will go, and each time you go and come back, you have a different experience. So the space starts to live. In order to, I didn't want to write or use any algorithm, so we decided to go for living creatures, which are literally yeast, bacteria that live and die, and are linked to the surrounding of state and to the weather, and according to those events, things happen, so things occur in space, so things appear and disappear. So it's actually the space lives, so to speak.
But you are the author of something in which you are not the author, right?
Well, I'm the author of an exhibition that's controlled, so to speak, by those organisms. But I'm still the author, and I wish I would be sentient and so take my authorship away, but they're not. They're not interested by it, I think.
Yeah, but why is it interesting to give up authorship?
No, I don't. That's another question. I dealt with that since many years. I have problem with that since many years. So it's not a new question.
Yeah, but it's central for you.
It's my central question. But in that case, it's not really about authorship. Really, it's more about the fact that I didn't want to have something programmed, and so I stepped away from the computer controlling kind of a series event in the show, and trying to develop some forms of some alternatives to it. But this is one. In Melbourne, in Australia, a few weeks later, I did a show where I work with people who are in control of the show. So they decide which event to play after a while. When I start to know a bit more, it's a bit like puppeteer. The actors or puppeteers have series of scenes, and that can decide which one to appeal. And they play with it. So I try to more and more to avoid the looping. That thing doesn't repeat. I started to do loops because at the beginning, when I played a film in exhibition, I had only a tape player, so you had to rewind it and play it again. So it was literally a loop. But since then, I always tried to avoid that. Looping. So at Tate is another chapter, so to speak. There's some scenes, prepared, and in fact, when I see what yeast produced, I also feed them with new scenes, so to speak. So so the show evolves, and to a point I was thinking that it could be even nice. I will do that for another time, but that the show change its name, that it starts with a name, and at the end, because it's so far off from the beginning to the end, that it could actually I could also choose a new title. That would be another project, but it will come later. But because right now the show is quite different from the beginning, and I think it's going to evolve again until April. I believe it will be quite different at the end too.